Well, good morning. I am live way earlier than I normally am. As you can see, yes, I work for Wells Fargo. I am going to a volunteer event today. It's on the other side of Charlotte, so I got to drive pretty far to get to an elementary school. So I'm not going to have time to do the live a little bit later. We're going to do it now. um, so this morning, I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about something that I saw in Genesis this weekend, and I was so pumped about it that I wanted to share it with you. And so one of my favorite stories, I've just been reading through Genesis very, very slowly, and one of my favorite stories is the story of Joseph. And the part that really stopped me this weekend was when Joseph gets wrongly accused by Pharaoh's wife that he tried to sleep with her. And then Pharaoh gets mad and puts him into prison. And in that moment, I was like, I stopped and I was trying to put myself in Joseph's position. And I would be thinking like, God, like, if you are really the God of truth and you are really on my side, then why are you not getting the truth out there somehow, bringing somebody that happened to see something or that would be a good witness, or even just changing Pharaoh's mind about it, or the wife's mind? Like, why aren't you doing something to bring the truth so I don't have to go to prison? It's not right. So, in that moment, I would have been really, really frustrated with God. But as we watch Joseph's life in prison, he meets. It says that God made him successful in everything that he did in prison. He meets the cupbearer and the baker. He interprets their dream, and then once again they say, Joseph says, "Remember me when you get out." And guess what? The cupbearer and the cupbearer forgot him. And I would have been like, God, why are you making him forget me? Make him remember me, because I believe God can do that. Put him in my mind. And once again, Joseph is wrongly treated, I believe. But then we see when he gets out that the cupbearer, when Pharaoh has a dream and he's interpreted, the cupbearer all of a sudden remembers the Hebrew in prison, Joseph. He interprets a dream, and Pharaoh actually puts him in charge of the land. And the long story is that is how Joseph's family is saved, and ultimately that's the line of Jesus that was saved from the famine. If Joseph had not gone through those things, the line of Jesus would have been stopped through Judah. And so, I look back at that and say, okay, like that time of prison for Joseph had purpose, and he prospered through that. And it wasn't just Joseph that prospered, it was all of us. Like, even to this day, that time is being prosperous because he was because of Jesus. And so I just have to think, like, and you have to know that because he was successful in jail, you know that he had a good attitude and he was trusting God, because a person who's bitter and mad at God in prison isn't going to work hard. But God, I believe he worked hard, and it says God made him prosperous. And so our times of prison, maybe we've been wrongly accused. Maybe we've had a diagnosis we don't like. Maybe we believe we're in a job that we don't want to be in, but God keeps saying, stay in it. Maybe people around us, we feel like in some ways we were in our own prison, something that was done to us that feels unfair, and you don't understand why God is not doing something about it. We can go through these times and know that God can prosper us through us. It is all about our attitude and our trust of God, and it can be a place of preparation, that maybe God is writing some bigger story that we don't get. That he's writing a story, and he's using this time of preparation, and we just don't see it yet. And so the point of it is that we can trust God. We can trust God even in our times of prison, that it has a purpose and we can prosper through it. And so I hope that encourages you today. Maybe some of you are going through some stuff and just need a reminder that we can trust God. So, all right, I probably need to get off here and get on the road. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.